Swadee Ka. Thank you for joining us on Newsline. We are broadcasting live on NBT, Radio Thailand FM 88, and on NBT World. It's Friday, December the 4th, and you're with me, Tra Chirakasan. Welcome to today's segment of Thailand Moves Forward. In our first story, Father's Day is a very important day here in Thailand. As the day celebrates the King's birthday, elaborate lightings have been put up, and one very attractive place to go at this time of the year, if you are in Bangkok, is Sanam Luang, as it is the main venue for Thai people to celebrate and gather together. For more on this, Kun Panot Sinsap has the report.
Numerous people from all walks of life came to Sanam Luang yesterday to admire the beautiful location for celebrations of His Majesty the King's 88th birthday anniversary. In the afternoon, the army organized a military parade in front of the royal palace to honor the king. The parade was a majestic sight and a fitting tribute to His Majesty. While along the street from Mahajesadabudin Pavilion Plaza on Ratchadamnen Klang Avenue to Sanam Luang, fragrant, freshly arranged flowers and bands play royally composed music by His Majesty the King. Other songs were especially written to honor the king. Various cultural performances are also being staged as the Ministry of Culture has set up exhibitions to educate the public and encourage people to learn more about Thai cultural heritage. The event continues until December 5. On the last day, which is Father's Day, the roads here will be closed in the evening, and the boulevard will be turned into a walking street. The avenue will be one of the finest places to watch the celebrations unfold. Panos Sinsap, NBT World.
In the run-up to His Majesty the King's birthday, Prime Minister General Prayut Chan-o-cha has led civil servants to take an oath of allegiance to the nation and the monarch. Central Investigation Bureau, or CIB, Chief Police Major General Titirat Nong Han Pitak presided over the oath-taking ceremony. Over 300 civil servants took part in the activity. The ceremony is one of many government activities that highlight the loyalty of civil servants to His Majesty the King on auspicious occasions. Public health officials also prayed together for His Majesty the King's longevity and health. The Thai Chinese Chamber of Commerce is preparing to organize an event to celebrate His Majesty the King's 88th birthday anniversary on December 5th in Bangkok's Chinatown, Yawarat. In an exclusive interview with NBT World, Deputy Executive Secretary General Wichai Mongkol Chaichawan informed our correspondent about activities on the day.
The event is called Thai Nationals of Chinese Descent Joining Hands and Hearts in the celebrations of His Majesty the King's birthday. It will be held on December 5th. At 7 a.m. to 12 a.m. at the Commemoratorium Gate, honoring His Majesty the King's 6th cycle birthday, formerly known as the Odin Round About.
He said that the organizing committee is led by a number of renowned businessmen who chair leading Thai-Chinese business associations, including President of the Thai-Chinese Chamber of Commerce, Yong Suk Sut Prasert, President of the Teo Cheo Association of Thailand, Kien Chai Suparakun, President of the United Chinese Clans Association of Thailand, Kitti Itti Pakon, and Vice President of the Thai-Chinese Chamber of Commerce, Chitti Tangsit Pakdi. Meanwhile, a committee member of the Thai-Chinese Chamber of Commerce, Kittipong Putthaporn Mongkol, said that the Prime Minister General Prayut Chan-o-cha, will also be attending the event, while informing details about some of the day's highlights.
Firstly, there will be a royal homage to His Majesty the King. This time we will arrange Fruit of Longevity, or Siu Tho. Siu literally means longevity, and Tho means fish. Therefore, Siu Tho means fruit of longevity.
According to Mr. Kittipong, the immortal fruits are wooden peaches engraved with Chinese letters that translate into "Long live the King" in English. These are special gifts for His Majesty the King from the Chinese Embassy in Thailand.
The second highlight will be giving arms to the monk. We have invited 9 monks of clerical titles and 880 monks to receive arms from the participants. The third highlight will be the parade. There will be around 5,000 participants to join the parades from 160 Thai-Chinese associations.
Ms. Supatra Mongkol Chawan, another committee member of the Thai-Chinese Chamber of Commerce, stated that a couple of traditional Chinese plays will also be performed for public viewing.
Another activity I would like to promote is the performance of the 8 immortals, or Pat Sian, who are widely regarded by the Chinese people as the powerful deities. And another performance is about the Chinese fables, known as 24 Katanyu, or 24 filial exemplars.
Prime Minister General Prayut Chan-o-cha has affirmed that the government is racing against time to iron out all problems surrounding the Thai aviation industry. Commenting on the concerns raised by international organizations over Thai aviation standards, General Prayut insisted that the government is working quickly to find solutions to this problem. As the Department of Civil Aviation is facing a lack of personnel, the Premier extended an invitation to anyone with the required skills or specialties to join the team to help drive the department forward. As the results of the European Aviation Safety Agency's evaluation of Thai aviation standards are due to come out on December 10th, General Prayut revealed that efforts are being made to create an understanding with the agency about issues Thai aviation is facing and actions being taken to fix them. Meanwhile, the Prime Minister also spoke of the pending railway cooperation project between Thailand and China, saying it is still currently under talks. He, however, assured that both sides will push on with the project despite some delays. Thai government and related agencies will hold activities to mark the International Anti-Corruption Day on December 8th to tackle corruption within the country. For more on this, Kun Niranut Traichakwanit has the details.
Corruption is considered serious crime and an obstacle to economic and social development. The United Nations Convention Against Corruption, or UNCAC, the first international multilateral anti-corruption instrument negotiated by 191 members of the United Nations, including Thailand, designated December 9th as International Anti-Corruption Day to raise awareness of corruption and of the role of the convention in combating and preventing it. Deputy Prime Minister Visanu Krangam, along with NACC Secretary General Sansearn Pontiak, Chairperson of the Center of Philanthropy and Civil Society of the National Institute of Development Administration, Dr. Juri Wichit Watakan, and Director General of the Government Public Relations Department, Aphinan Jantarangsi, presided over a press conference to publicize the event to celebrate the International Anti-Corruption Day to be held under the theme Transparent Thailand. Dr. Juri further explained that this event would be organized as part of the national agenda, in line with the government's effort to tackle Thailand's corruption problems and to raise Thailand's Corruption Perception Index, or CPI.
Well, I think that one has to look at it from a very comprehensive perspective. I think that in order for the CPI to rise, we need to have many measures. On the prevention side, the laws have to be in place that are amenable to doing business in Thailand. We need to have also political will, which we have right now. This government has exhibited a very strong political will in fighting corruption. And also we need to have the cooperation from different parts of society, like civil society, business sector, which we also have at the moment. And also we need to have a real understanding of people in general, that corruption is not to be tolerated. I think we still have some way to go in working on that aspect, because we came from a system whereby corruption was tolerated for a long time. But now we need to have a mindset change, value change, and also how do we instill in our young children and also older people that we need to think of the public good and the common good.
The event will be held on December 8th at ศูนย์ราชการเฉลิมพระเกียรติ and will also be broadcast live on NBT and NBT World. I'm Niranut Traijakwanit reporting.
The Minister of the Interior held a meeting to launch the national initiative Safety Thailand to reduce road accidents during the 2016 New Year festivities. Interior Minister General Anupong Paujinda, as chairman of the Road Safety Directing Center, called the meeting to discuss the implementation of safety policies during the 2016 New Year festivities. Officials will be on high alert during the 7 risky days from December 29th until January 4th, in a bid to prevent road accidents as much as possible. Meanwhile, the Cabinet has approved the use of speed meters and breathalyzers as requested by the Royal Thai Police. In addition, the Ministry of Science and Technology will propose to the Cabinet a device that will measure alcohol levels in individuals more rapidly than existing devices. The Cabinet agreed that past efforts to ensure road safety have been unsatisfactory based on the prevalence of drunk driving and various traffic violations. The government must therefore focus on cultivating a safe driving mentality amongst drivers and strictly enforce laws. And that's the end of today's edition of Thailand Moves Forward. Before we take a quick break, let's have a look at the exchange rates and commodity prices.
Sawadee-krap, on the auspicious occasion of the 88th birthday of His Majesty the King, I would like to wish him a lot of health, happiness, and for the people of Thailand I also would wish them a lot of prosperity. Long live the King.
ด้วยคราวด้วยครามอนขอได้ชาข้าพระพุทธเจ้า Dr. Vyacheslav Grepol, Ambassador of the Czech Republic ขอพระองค์ทรงพระเจริญยิ่งยืนนาน
To maintain a strong nation, Thailand is promoting 12 core values for the good of the people. First among them, to uphold the 3 pillars, the nation, religion, and the monarchy.
Welcome back. You're watching Newsline. The Public Relations Department, or PRD, has organized a seminar to provide members of the press with in-depth information concerning the ASEAN community. During the seminar entitled The ASEAN Community Opportunities and Challenges, PRD Deputy Director General Jarun Chaison gave an address to about 50 members of the press, both from the PRD and other organizations. Dr. Jarun stated the press has an important responsibility of disseminating accurate and useful information about the ASEAN community to the public and raising awareness of benefits and impacts from the regional integration. The seminar featured 2 lectures by keynote speakers, giving the media insight into the ASEAN community and allowing for the coordination between them and the PRD in spreading related information to the people. The Trans-Pacific Partnership, or TPP, is being discussed widely in recent days and weeks in Thailand about the potential benefits for the nation. To learn more about TPP and Thailand, Kun Pimchanok Ratanapiset spoke to people who have been following the issue closely, and she brings us this report.
The Trans-Pacific Partnership, or TPP, is a regional economic integrated trade agreement consisting of 12 countries. Together, these countries make up 40% of the global GDP. This massive partnership can influence and bargain with developed countries with more leverage. Some feel that this regional economic integration is a good solution and opportunity to possibly help boost Thailand's economy, since Thailand is an export-led economy and is driven by the tourism and service sectors.
There still are questions as to Trans-Pacific Partnership, or TPP, an integration agreement between the United States and regional countries in Asia-Pacific will truly benefit to the Thailand's economy or not. Some government officials and members of the private sectors have commented and given their opinions about it. And here are some of the issues that have been raised.
Now ASEAN itself trying to enlarge its market by forming what we call RCEP, but it's not enough. Now we also have TPP, and some of the ASEAN countries, for example, 4 ASEAN countries engaged in the TPP one. But I think this is a good starting point. But Thailand as well, sooner or later, we have to engage in this TPP.
Dr. Piyanut Malagun Ayuthaya, Deputy Secretary General of the Federation of Thai Industries, considered TPP to be of a high standard and noted that there are 30 chapters in the agreement, spanning areas such as intellectual property competition to e-commerce.
When we compare TPP to other traditional free trade agreements, which cover mainly on liberalization of goods and services, I think TPP is much more advanced. Thai entrepreneurs might gain further access into TPP member countries, especially the United States, Canada, Mexico, that Thailand has not yet an FTA with.
However, there could be disadvantages. If Thailand joins the TPP, Thailand would need to accept all restrictions laid out in the agreement, although Thailand didn't take part in the negotiations over the agreement. Also, Thai entrepreneurs would have to compete with foreign investors and might need to overhaul their businesses. However, these perceived disadvantages may still help stimulate developments in the Thai private sector. So at the moment, it is not clear whether Thailand should participate in Trans-Pacific Partnership or not. The decision is still being considered as it is a complicated matter. Camera work by Hafiz Yuso and Pimchanok Ratanapiset for NBT World.
Elsewhere around the world, U.S. Attorney General Loretta Lynch said the Department of Justice will offer any and all assistance necessary to the investigation of a deadly California shooting that killed 14 people and wounded 21 others. To commemorate the victims of the shootings, U.S. President Barack Obama ordered that flags at public buildings be flown at half-staff. Flags around the Washington Monument and the World War II Memorial were lowered. Lynch said that the Department of Justice would assist other law enforcement agencies in their investigations. Authorities say the shootings were carried out by a married couple, 28-year-old Saeed Rizwan Farouk and his wife Tashfeen Malik, 27, but they have yet to determine a motive. The couple stormed a holiday party attended by his San Bernardino County co-workers in what appeared to be a planned attack before dying in a shootout with police, leaving a shaken community with few clues to deduce a motive for the carnage. British military planes arrived at the British Royal Air Force Base in Cyprus as Britain is set to enter the second day of its air campaign. British Tornado jets took off from the Royal Air Force Base at Akrotiri in Cyprus before dawn. Hours after Parliament in London voted 397 to 223 to support Prime Minister David Cameron's plan to extend airstrikes from Iraq to Syria. Britain said they struck oil fields used to fund Islamic State. The British contribution forms only a tiny part of the U.S.-led Operation Inherent Resolve, which has been bombing Islamic State in Iraq and Syria for more than a year with hundreds of aircraft. Previously, the small British contingent participated in strikes on Iraq but not Syria. France had called for solidarity from Europe's other main military power in expanding military action, and Cameron argued that refusing would be a dereliction of responsibility. Riva Steenkamp's mother welcomed a court ruling that found Oscar Pistorius guilty of murdering his model girlfriend. The Paralympian star was earlier convicted of culpable homicide and sentenced to 5 years in prison for killing his girlfriend Riva in 2013. He was released on parole in October after a year into his sentence. But on Thursday, his conviction was scaled up to murder. Riva's mother, June Steenkamp, said it was a relief. In their appeal, prosecutors argued that Pistorius should have been convicted of murder for firing 4 shots through a locked toilet door. They said he intended to kill Steenkamp and that she had fled to the toilet during a row. The new ruling could see him sent back to prison for up to 15 years. The Great Alech is among Europe's biggest glaciers, coiling 23 kilometers through the Swiss Alps. Despite its size and majesty, this mighty river of the ice could almost vanish in the lifetimes of people born today because of climate change. The glacier is 900 meters thick at one point, but it's retreated about 3 kilometers since 1870, and that pace is quickening, as with many other glaciers around the world. The melting ice is feeding more water into the oceans and raising world sea levels. The World Glacier Monitoring Service says the rates of early 21st century mass loss are without precedent on a global scale, at least since measurements began around 1850. The United Nations panel of climate scientists say sea levels are set to rise by between 26 and 82 centimeters by the late 21st century, after a gain of about 20 centimeters since 1900, partly fed by water from melting glaciers. And that's it for today's edition of Newsline. For any comments or suggestions, please feel free to email them to us at newsline.nbt@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Facebook. Just simply type in NNT or check out our website at thainews.prd.go.th/en. We're going to say goodbye now with footage of a chocolate sculpture of Russian President Vladimir Putin made by an artist in St. Petersburg. I'm Tra Thirakalsan. Have a wonderful day. Sawasdee ka.